What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. It's been Wow, it's been a while since I've said that intro. It's been a while since I've made a new video. The video you saw a couple of days ago was recorded, as you guys know if you've seen it, like last week. So literally this is my first time back on the mic in like a week. It doesn't seem like I've missed a lot because I still don't really have many topics when it comes to the world of Call of Duty. But hey, I figured I'd give you guys something because I don't want to just leave you guys hanging. That being said, next week, exactly a week from today when this is recorded, is going to be Call of Duty Next, which is supposedly when we're going to start seeing a lot more details about Modern Warfare 2 and the next Call of Duty, Warzone 2, all that good stuff. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Okay, we're definitely going to go hard as soon as that drops, as soon as the beta drops, and definitely when the game drops this winter and fall as well. I'm most likely going to be uploading pretty much every single day, probably once the game drops, probably at least every single day until the new year. That's my guess. It might, I might go on vacation here and there or something like that, but I'm going to try to do as often as possible. It's not going to be like how the channel's currently run, where it's very, sporadic every couple of days. It's going to be much more consistent once the game drops. But yes, I'm back. I was on a little vacation, but I'm back with a little bit of news here regarding PlayStation and Xbox. You've probably seen this from your other content creator channels already, but I figured I'd put my 2 cents into this anyway. PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan says that Xbox's proposal for Call of Duty post Xbox deal was inadequate on many levels. Basically, PlayStation is mad at Xbox/Microsoft because of their whole console exclusivity thing, and a lot of people are just kind of confused about this. So let's get into it. Jim Ryan says Phil Spencer, who is the Microsoft CEO, only guaranteed Call of Duty on PlayStation for 3 years after the current COD and Sony deal dies. Ryan is commenting only because Spencer publicly did. The exact quote I'm going to put on screen here, but I'm going to read it along with you. I hadn't intended to comment on what I understood to be a private business discussion because I feel the need to set the record straight because Phil Spencer brought this into the public forum. Basically he said this publicly, but it wasn't supposed to be public, so now I gotta make it public to protect his name, protect his company's name. Microsoft has only offered for Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. After almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take into account the impact of our gamers. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft's proposal undermines this principle. In my opinion, this is just so childish, so funny to me. I don't even, honestly, if there was other news, I'd cover it over this because this is just so trivial to me. Who cares? Who actually cares what PlayStation or Xbox or PC that you play on, especially now in the days of crossplay? Who cares what you're playing on? It really doesn't matter. I think the thing that matters more is what you play on, as in a controller or a keyboard or mouse. That gives you some kind of advantage, disadvantage, and it takes more skill, less skills, that kind of stuff. That's something worth arguing over. But hey, to say a PlayStation's better than an Xbox or vice versa is just so stupid to me. We're not in 12th, we're not 12 years old anymore. I was gonna say 12th grade, but that's even too old. We're not 12 years old anymore, okay? It doesn't matter what machine your mom bought you. And to see these CEOs kind of go back and forth like this just to protect their name, I guess you have to, right? It's a business at the end of the day. You can't lose business because someone else is cutting you short or whatever. It's just so sad and trivial. To me, it doesn't matter. I'll give you a backstory on my end. Okay, I played on GameCube before. I played on a Nintendo Wii. Then I got an Xbox 360. Then I got a PlayStation 4. Then I got a PC. That was my trajectory of gaming in my entire life. No, I didn't play on any Sony or Sega Genesis or anything like that. I didn't play on anything N64. I didn't grow up with it. I've played them, but I didn't grow up with them. Speaking of these old consoles, a lot of people have nostalgia for those too, saying oh wow, you missed out on playing on those. Yeah, I did, but at the same time, it was a gray box. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed out on it. I'm sorry I wasn't born yet. That's definitely my fault, right? When it comes down to it, the reason I got a 360 and then a PlayStation 4 is simply because most of my friends did. It wasn't because I had an allegiance to Call of Duty. Oh, I wanted the DLC for Modern Warfare 3 first. yeah, that would have been nice, but at the same time, I was a pretty broke kid growing up, you know, like I didn't have money to spend on DLCs. I could barely, you know, get the game itself and have time to play it. I didn't bother getting DLC. Plus the lobbies got more sweaty if you did get the DLC stuff, so I just stayed away from that. And as far as the PlayStation 4, just because my really good friend told me to get it. He told me, hey, you're still playing COD, you know, get Black Ops 3, get Black Ops 4 on PlayStation 4 and let's have fun there. And we did. You know, we played Blackout a lot, we played even some Warzone before I got a PC. But now I'm on PC because guess what? My friends now play on PC, and so it's basically I just go wherever my friends go. I have no loyalty to Xbox or Microsoft or Battle.net or whatever, right? Like it's where I'm going. It's my friends is going where I'm going, or I'm going where my friends is going rather. To say that the deal was inadequate or whatever, I get what Microsoft was trying to do. They're trying to bridge the gap, and PlayStation was trying to make it seem like they're not the bad guy and trying to make it seem like their gap wasn't super like thoughtful on our end, you know. They're just trying to protect themselves, make it look like they're not the bad guy. And you know, obviously you're going to say that as a company, you're going to do your best to not, I guess, I don't know what you want to call it, not sell out, not make it seem like you're a bad company, make it seem like you care about the consumers, right? Even if you don't. So at the end of the day, Phil Spencer, Jim Ryan, like they're gonna say what they're gonna say, but at the end of the day, we know what's really going on, right? And I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Do you guys watching this video? Do you have friends who actually care about what console people get and things like that? Like, if your friend got a different console than you, I can understand being upset about it because now you probably can't play with them on certain games. I think nowadays you probably can because most games that I play at least are cross-play compatible. You know, like your Fall Guys, your Call of Duty, things like that. I understand not every single game is going to be like that, but I still think it's interesting that, you know, people are going to get huge mad about something like that. It's just like, there's got to be something else in your life that you care about aside from like a piece of plastic that you play video games on. Video games that are supposed to like help you relax, help you to have fun. I know Call of Duty recently hasn't really done those things, you know, it hasn't really been relaxing, it hasn't been that fun, but I'm hoping that things are going to change. You know, I'm hoping that things change when Modern Warfare 2 drops. We've seen also, since I have some extra time at the end, we've seen that an AC-130 streak is apparently going to be coming back. Not going to make the time to make an entire video on that, but it's good. It's good news. I want to see powerful streaks. You know, I think Modern Warfare 2 is a game that could potentially like re-revolutionize Call of Duty, like video game streaks, Call of Duty streaks, kind of like how the first Modern Warfare did, or sorry, how the first Modern Warfare 2 did, you know, like how COD 4 had a bunch of stuff, had like 3 stuff, right? It had what, your UAV, your airstrike, and your attack helicopter, right? Like those 3 streaks. Modern Warfare 2 came out, blew everything out of the water, introduced the nuke, introduced so many other streaks, emergency airdrop, you know, chopper gunner, things like that. And those are all like staple streaks that we would love to come back today, you know, things like that. And so I'm hoping that Modern Warfare 2 does the same thing. Please try to reinvent Modern Warfare, kind of like how the second Modern Warfare did for that. Don't just make this like an extended DLC. I know people are going to be okay with that, but at the same time, you want to revolutionize. At least bring in some good maps. I know that we're supposedly getting a lot of the Modern Warfare 2 remastered maps back for Modern Warfare 2 2022. It's hard to say now at this point, but I know we're supposed to get that for year 2 of this game. Hopefully they do that, and hopefully they just bring in a lot of new solid maps. You know, things like Candor Hideout are even fine. Don't bring in no Piccadilly or Atlas Superstore, you know, super convoluted mazes or anything like that. Just keep it, you know, small to mid-sized, relatively 3-laned, you know, make it accessible for snipers, make it accessible to camp, sure, but like just not every building I don't want to run into with doors, double claymores, or a sniper at the top just ready to gun me down as soon as I spawn in. Another thing, spawns. I'm sure spawns are going to be hugely messy in the beta. I'm expecting that. I think that you guys should be too. Speaking of the beta, I also think it's kind of weird that we don't have an alpha in this game, unless it like surprise drops like during Call of Duty Next, which is very possible. I think it's going to be weird how we don't have that, you know, even like a small gunfight mode or anything like that. Maybe they just realize people don't really care about those at the end of the day. Because like you play gunfight here and there, maybe you warm up or something, you're not going to spend all night, like what, 3 hours of your night, 2 hours a night of your time gaming. You're not going to spend that playing gunfight, right? So like, that's what I'm saying here. You know, I guess it's good that they're not really bothering with an alpha anymore, but it would be nice to see stuff, especially because like Vanguard died a long time ago. There's this whole like Umbrella Academy bundle thing going on. I'm not even gonna, maybe I'll make a video on that, I don't know, but like, dude, there's nothing to talk about when it comes to Vanguard. Vanguard is so dead. please, Call of Duty Next come out, and hopefully, Modern Warfare 2 is good, because yeah, Call of Duty is so down in the dumps right now. Thanks so much for watching. That's pretty much it for the video. Let me know your thoughts on this whole Sony Microsoft thing in the comment section down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Appreciate it. I know it's been kind of spotty here recently, but yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, guys. Peace out.